everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy, what are we at, Wednesday? Oh, Kitty, are you sure? She was thinking about coming up in my lap, and she really couldn't decide. And now she looks like she's decided not to, but, you know, I'm always here. Or at least I'll be here for the next 3 hours. If you ever want to pop by. I love you. You can come up. Oh, thinking about it again. Yeah, try this side. This side's good. You got this. You got this. I don't want to scoop you right now. You're going to have to jump. Hi, sweetie. Hi, sweetie. Yeah. There you go. Oh, I got you. There you go. There you go. Hello, everybody. Happy ARFAS finally dropped yesterday. Congratulations. Able to get a whopping 4 tier sets yesterday with all the discounts and buffs. Bring my total up to 6 out of 13. And here I thought I'd only be able to get 2 or 3 by January. Nice! Hazel, Miss Kira, and Mr. Moose. Mr. Moose is snoozing on the couch right now. He's real cute. He stuck his whole head, into the shower this morning when I was showering after yoga. And he gets, like, his face soaking wet doing this. But, like, he really wants to be, like, licking your knees, basically, while you're showering. And he's willing to get, like, the whole time he's like, ugh, because it, like, keeps dropping in his eyes. And I have to be really careful not to get shampoo in his eyes, because I think that would make him a very sad puppy. And I don't have the heart to tell him not to do this, because it seems kind of harmless as long as I don't get shampoo in his eyes. How did he learn this behavior? How did he learn anything? I don't know. It is a bit weird, though, because she does the same thing, except that she can't reach my legs unless I, like, give her a foot. She wants me to give her a foot when I'm taking a bath for her to drink water off of, or she'll just, like, hop up on the side, or not hop up on the side, but, like, front paws on the side and look over. Hi. Anyone had success with the Create Allied Race Run Horseman Delete Repeat strat? It's the first I'm hearing of that one. Spoiled Bat, thank you for the 33-month resub. Happy 33 months, Hazel. Thanks for keeping me company today. I need the mental boon. We're here. We're booning. I have 3 beverages. We have coffee, half drunk, still pretty hot because I heated up my oat milk today. We have coconut water, again, half drunk. We'll try not to knock it off the desk today. And then we also, of course, have trusty old H2O. What was I doing? I think I was just picking up my Gathering weeklies, but I want to do, also I need some game sound here. We need a little music. We need some World of Warcraft tunes. Kitty says, I love water bottle. You can't see it. She's headbutting it. It's going bonk, bonk, bonk. Doing it. Ended up getting both of my first kill of the day on separate days. Don't know how helpful. Yeah, alright, we're gonna get this. The reason I want to do weeklies is partly for the anniversary tokens. I am sure I have loads of things left to purchase in exchange for anniversary tokens, so I should probably not completely forget about those until I'm at least kind of sort of done. I don't think it's gonna break my heart if I don't get in everything, but you know, we're here. We may as well give it a college try. As they say. Didn't try very hard in college, so I couldn't tell you. And we're going to... The other reason that I want to do my weeklies is because rep-wise... Oh, pardon me. Rep-wise, I'm getting pretty close to being done with some of these. Severed Threads is at 24, Hallowfall 23.5, and then I've got a 22 and a 21. So it would be nice, especially because we still have Hallow's End up for another couple of days, which feels very weird in November, but whatever. You know, get myself a Wicker buff, get myself the anniversary buff if I don't have that already, and then go do basically, you know, like the Theater Troupe and Awakening the Machine and the Keyflames and all that for rep as well as for tokens. New Time Walking Vendor in chat. Go there for a little bit before dropping out. Yeah, pretty much. Stick it out for 1 semester and then give up and go home. How's everybody doing on this fine Wednesday? The time change has ruined my ability to tell what time it is by how light it is in the morning. I had a good thing going where I could like look out the window and be like, ah, yes, it must be nearly 7. And now I'm like, I don't know. It's light out, I guess, for now. I came here because I used, actually, let's do it again just because it's fun. I got this necklace from, I don't know, Zymox in one of the raids, Shadowlands raids anyway. It has an on-use effect that teleports you to the location of one of Cartel's Eye's associates. It's 12-hour cooldown. And it's just kind of fun because the cast says out of sight, and because you never quite know where it's going to take you. That's how I got to Winterspring in the first place. It looks like we're going back to Shadowlands now. How is my vault? Hideous. Very bad. I don't even want a socket, basically. Like, I have all the sockets that I want for the pieces that I want. And then the things that I don't... Tempted to do that for 200 gold, but let's not get carried away. The things that I don't... that need sockets, like, they're not good enough for me to want to even socket them. That's a mailbox. My goodness. From Hearthstone. And then, like, the gear was comically bad. Oh, you know what I did is I took a Mythtrack weapon with terrible stats that I'm not going to use, and I didn't even need the transmog. That's what I did. I think I could have taken 6k gold, or 3k gold. It's 3k gold, because you can spend 2 of the tokens, and you can get 1k. So if you had a full vault, you can get 3 of them for 3k. But that was also sad. I don't know why that was less or more sad than just taking a weapon I'm not going to use, but I don't know. At least it's a Mythtrack weapon. It's got versatility on it, though. It's stinky. I have a crafted 636 staff that I spent like 100 and some odd gold on. K gold. Lots of gold. Not interested in replacing it, so I don't know. It was depressing. Well, I got another 43k, though. I'm up to 553 in the grand journey to 1.5 mil. I am a third of the way there. Congratulations to me. I need to get my buffs sorted, so let's go to the fairgrounds. And we can, on the way there, actually pop by Stormwind and pick up the Hallow's End buff as well. That's a good idea. We're gonna have to do some stuff. How was your vault? You guys get anything good? I have a hard time feeling enthused about vaults at this point in the season because, with the exception of a couple of things here and there, I'm pretty much done doing stuff. So, like, you know, Flabby was like, oh, maybe you're gonna get a Spy Masters this week, and I'm thinking... it's too late. It's too late. I don't care anymore. It would have been the time to get it like 2 months ago when I was actually raiding. It's over. Doesn't matter. Might help you live in peace, who's to say? I should take this necklace off now that I'm done zip-zapping around the place to no particular destination. There's fire. There we go. That's nice and easy. And then we can just go back. There we go. 2-hour buff there. Oh, you know what? It's Darkmoon Fair too. We may as well, why not? Let's just stack them up. I don't even know if they stack this high, but if we're doing rep buffs, we may as well do it properly. Let's go get a Darkmoon Fair buff because we're right here anyway. And then we go to the fairgrounds. We get the fair buff, so we should have 4 of them. I think it should be 40% bonus rep. That is scientifically bananas. Took Mythtrack points that I've catalyzed. I thought I might be able to catalyze my weapon to have different stats, and I took it to the catalyst, and the catalyst is like, you can't catalyze weapons, are you dumb? So I just have a dagger. What are your thoughts on pet birds? Not for me, but that's because I enjoy other pets, and I think that sometimes, for me, birds can be a little loud, and I feel like, yes, lots of animals don't naturally live inside, but it feels a little weirder for birds. Hi, sweetie. Now, if we're talking, like, you've got, like, a turkey and it, like, lives on your property, and that turkey's, like, Jerry the turkey, you know, I'm all about that. I'm real excited about that. I want to go visit Jerry and get bitten by a turkey. Here we go.
Hello.
And don't get me wrong, I would love to visit anybody's pet birds as well. I think parrots and like, I love watching videos of the bonds that these birds build with their people. But it's definitely not my thing. Turkeys are fun. I'm having a mild existential crisis with WoW and mechanisms like the Vault. Makes me play the game in a way I don't enjoy, but I feel like I have to, or I'm at a disadvantage. Did no Vault activities. Feel both conflicted and liberated. You may be gunning towards a break from the game, and there's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with it if I'm wrong. But sometimes when I go down that route, I'm like, well, I don't have to do this thing if I don't need the reward from it, and if it doesn't feel important to me, then I won't do it. And the more things that I don't do, the more I realize I could just turn the computer off and do something else. And that is always a good option. But sometimes it's like a spiral that, like, keeps getting you. Alright, there's 3 of 4 buffs. I've also not played in a few days. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't played since, I didn't log on at all on my days off, so this is my first time back on in a couple of days. It's nice to decompress. Grandma used to have pet turkeys. If you stomp and hiss at them, they gobble. What happens if you gobble at them? Does that make them gobble too? I want to gobble at the turkeys. Hi, kitty cat. How you doing? You doing okay? Oh, no, that's my computer. Oh, you know what it was? I was like worried because I thought she was wheezing. She does sometimes. And it's because I accidentally double launched WoW and I had an extra instance of the game running, and that always makes my computer fans really spin up. Gobbling doesn't do anything. Stomp and hiss is a territory challenge. Oh. Is turkey a big deal for Canadian Thanksgiving? Maybe in some families. In my family, people increasingly followed my incredibly prescient lead and became vegetarian, pescatarian, vegan, whatever. And nowadays, no one that I know in my own circle and family eats enough turkey for anyone to justify cooking one. So we haven't done a Thanksgiving turkey in like a long time. But I think other people do. I think it's a thing. If you if you have the budget for it and you have enough people to feed, kind of thing. Hate it. Not done heroic raid. 2 weeks. Just some LFD, BRD, and Queen. Both weeks I get the rare deck. Turns out vultures. Oh, hang on. I want to go back and read about the vultures. Old friend is a wildlife rehabilitator, has a farm. She keeps emus and vultures. They're social and friendly. Social with each other or social with people? I've never in my life thought about meeting a vulture. I see them all the time, but they're usually extremely high up in the air. Imagine the Hazel family meal, a giant yam in the place of a ham. My mom made like a walnut lentil loaf this year, which was very nice of her. And I brought some bread and we potluck it usually a little bit. Happy Wednesday from Scotland. Happy Wednesday. Staple for many for Canadian Thanksgiving. It was really sweet. When I was a kid and I was freshly pescatarian and I wasn't going to eat turkey anymore, my Nana used to make me some salmon. Just for me. She's real sweet. Where are we going? Caverns of Time. That's right. That's right. What is Thanksgiving if not the year's biggest potluck? I'm a firm believer that unless you have somebody who is just like really into cooking, that's real excited about doing the whole thing, potluck is the best way to do it, because the burden of cooking Thanksgiving dinner and hosting it, and then like usually people at least pitch in to help clean up, but like the amount of work that goes into putting on a Thanksgiving is astronomical, and the more people can like bring dishes, I feel like the more reasonable it becomes and you can start to enjoy the holiday instead of worrying about the fact that you've made your, you know, your grandma need therapy. Ooh, I was asking her a question, that's right. Oh, you know what? I need to pick up the quest to get the buff back. That's important. We should do that before we do anything else. Welcome to the Bronze Celebration. Oh wow, we're gonna get 3 whole celebration tokens. Defender of the Scarlet Crusade. This is a cool name, is that right? No. I had no idea. What about Orc? It belongs Doomhammer. Doomhammer sounds like a Blackrock name. Sometimes you get lucky.
Long live Greymane.
Oh yeah, Americans are doing their Thanksgiving at some point, right? Soon-ish, eventually. Does that mean end of month? It sounds like it means end of month. I already did Thanksgiving because I'm Canadian, and I think I want to put up my Christmas tree. I want to decorate for Christmas. I want something cute and pretty going on. Honestly, there's lots of things cute and pretty going on. I have a nice dog and a nice kitty. And she's doing okay for now. Moosey's real good. He's so cute. It's gonna be... I'm just gonna want to buy him all the all the toys and treats for Christmas. But you gotta... I'm starting to cool off on buying him toys now because I have yet to purchase him a toy that has lasted longer than like 15 minutes. There are certain types of toys that do better, but the rotation is the best thing. And I have enough toys in rotation already. Doing Codex of Chromie would be good for this probably. Fashion Frenzy. Is it like on right now? Are people fashioning? Are we voting? we getting our stuff on? Get your ribbons and vote. Okay. Who did Jade Jubilee best? Is anyone wearing green? You're wearing green. Here, have my votes. November 28th. It's the 4th Thursday of November. Could be July. You could have Christmas decorations. This is true. I used to do an annual midsummer Christmas cookie baking just because I loved Christmas cookies so much. I needed to have like a once a year, halfway there kind of pick me up sort of thing. I haven't done it in a couple of years, but an angel loses their wings every time a Christmas tree goes up before December 1st. I like seeing it for longer though. I feel like December goes up so fast, and I'm the kind of person that will take my tree down either on Boxing Day or on New Year's Day. I do not leave that stuff up. Once Christmas is over, I want it gone. So I feel like if I want to see it a little earlier, that makes sense. It works out. We've got toys that have lived as long as our dog since she was a pup. Practically family.
Let's see who.
I actually preserved one of his. It was his puppy toy that he really loved, and it was starting to fall to bits. And I saved it because, I don't know, the museums will want it one day. Sentimental value, I suppose. He was this close to just shredding it, and it was just I wanted to hold on to it for posterity. I did replace it. I got another one of basically the same type of toy, just in a different color, and he can play with that one. After New Year's, Christmas decorations are just a sad reminder. I'm the opposite. Wife got annoyed when the tree was still up for Valentine's. I think it helps me that I am not somebody that decorates much. I think it's just because I have a fairly small place, so I'm not really doing outside lights aside from maybe a string of lights in the balcony. It's not like I have, like, the whole house and all of the trees in the property trimmed or anything. You know, I do a tree, I, like, hang 3 things on the walls, I chuck some lights up. It's mainly the tree. Maybe I'll hang some stockings on the walls. And that's it. that's the whole thing. You can put the whole thing up in about 45 minutes, and you can take the whole thing down in about 30. It's the same tree every year. I do a fake tree. I'm a fake tree enthusiast. It's good. I suppose we could do Codex of Chromie. I don't see any reason why not. If we healer Q for it, that should be alright. See you later, sweetie. If you ever want to sleep in the bed, you know, we've got a camera for you. You can be famous. Make you a big star. She's leaving. Norma's to put the tree up on the 23rd, keep it up over New Year's. I would say that it's very common for people to still have their trees up on New Year's, because when I think of like people in New Year's Eve parties, usually there's a tree up somewhere still. But once we're into January, I'm done with it. People can live their lives. I said I was doing Chromie. Oh, I'm cute for it. I don't need to do anything else. I want my buff. I want my buff. I guess if we're 45% of the way there. Giving out all of those ribbons at the fashion thing, I think, helped out. Oh, thanks, Harry. I ordered some longer clipper guards so that I can trim my hair to like a 10 or a 12 instead of an 8, so I can like keep it short without keeping it at like without shearing it back as short as I do sometimes. I'll see how I like that. I prefer the term realistic tree sculpture art. At least let's wait until after Remembrance Day. That's true. That's fair. Wrapping the lower half of our outdoor trees makes me happy. We do it early so we can participate in Diwali. Use the pet mirror, sit in the basket. Oh, clever. I probably should have done that instead of this, but that's okay. Maybe these people need me. 2nd or 3rd week of December until the 1st weekend of January. For me, that's enough. Otherwise, it feels a bit long. Alright. I wonder how long this is, because I feel like sometimes I come in late. I don't think it takes very long. Am I in healing spec? No. I'm not. We'll get into healing spec. Everything will be fine. Pet mirror, yeah. That'll be good. Because after this, maybe it'll be time for like a... If it's time for Mount Off, then we simply must do Mount Off. I love an excuse to do Mount Off. I don't need an excuse, but I love one. And then maybe we can catch the top of the hour theater troupe for some stacked up buffed Dornegal rep would be cool. Chromie, can we go? I'm so impatient. Yeah, let's stay up for a week or so between Christmas and New Year's Eve. Yeah, that makes sense with real trees. Get the buff, turn to a pet, eat 5 treats in the pet area until I bark. Holidays. Mount Off, get my cry emote ready for Memoron's head. I love watching people emote Abigail whenever she pulls out like a really obnoxious mount. What did I do on my days off? I had a couple of comfy inside days. I wanted to spend a lot of time inside with the kitty, and that was good. I did a paw print kit where you take like an impression of her paw print, and I discovered that it is murder to get your cat to step on something. And I eventually settled for like holding her paw and pressing it on the thing. And it's like a sort of like a, not a clay, but like it's a material impression. It's not like an ink pad thing. And I tried like a bunch of times. Her patience, while impressive, was starting to wear a little thin. And eventually I just settled for one that had at least her toe beans in it. It doesn't really have an impression of her paw pad, but we weren't getting anywhere better. And maybe one day when I look at this paw print impression that doesn't even have her whole paw, I will remember how patient she was with me. Because you have to dip her paw in water before you put it on the thing, and I just kept like dunking her paw, and she was just like, hey! What the heck? Mom! It was very cute. She was very patient with me. She didn't even hit me. Really want me to do that? Yeah. It was a bit funny and a bit sad. It was just like, let me remember you. But hey, it's all right. And I picked out a bunch of pictures to have printed, and I ordered some prints so I can pick out one that fits nicely in the frame. Combo Mount Off with another NPC that asks for a specific pet. Hazelwood cleanup. After Blizz buffed the heck out of bronze tokens, Chromie thing isn't worth the time spent. Nearly anything else worth your while. Yeah, maybe I'll get a... Oh, you know what I get sometimes actually is transmog from here. I think I don't know if you get these appearances from anywhere else. It would be cool if you do, but every now and then I get an appearance. Not that I'm gonna farp them all, but just something. Getting a kid to sit still for pictures. Domestic adventures with Kira. And then yesterday we went to, I took Moose to another beach. My partner and I went out with him and did like a big walk and sort of hiked through a park and then walked along the beach for a while. He loves just being out. He's excited to just be anywhere that he hasn't seen before. Or anywhere that he's seen less than 50 times, basically, as long as it's not a normal walk. And he likes our normal walk too, but like anytime we go anywhere remotely new, he's so happy. He just had an absolute ball. It's so fun taking him places because he's just beaming. He's just bursting with joy the entire time. Like, he's just prancing along, swinging his butt around. He's so cute. I got to meet a couple of dogs and pick up some kelp sticks and get his paws all sandy and look at some birds, and we saw some eagles, and then of course he crashed and he slept really good at night. And that's always like the best feeling too, is when you've taken him out for a big adventure and then he has like an ultra nap when you get back. When he just crashes, you're like, yeah, we did good. We wiped this boy out. Sounds lovely. It was beautiful. I didn't love the drive there. I need to find a better route that I like better, or maybe just a different beach that's a more straightforward path. Because I was like, wow, it's not really very far. It'll take me no time at all to drive there. But it was like through a bunch of like little neighborhood streets that had like blind corners and, you know, yields to 2 different directions of traffic, and it was, it was fine, but I didn't care for it. You know, it's like a super amount of like bike and pedestrian traffic, and people are just kind of wandering through the street, and you're like, I'm going somewhere, some other way. On the way back, I'm not driving back this way. This is not working for me. I'm glad I went though. We did make it, you know, I didn't hit anybody. I did take a speed bump a little faster than I meant to, but you know, who hasn't? Does Moose motivate you to explore new places? I think so. It's fun to just take him places, and it makes, I'm more likely to do it for him than I am to do it for just me. And it is really, I always feel better once I've gone. Enough for one of the transmog sets, don't know which one to go. Your next ones will be cheaper after that. Your second one's cheaper than your first, and then third through the rest of them are only 20 tokens each. So I wouldn't worry too much, assuming you're going to keep playing for a bit. I wouldn't stress yourself too much over... oh, I can fly. I wouldn't stress yourself too much over picking the perfect set. I would pick something that looks right to you, looks fun, like you might wear it, and then just get your second and third choice next. How do you know if your only cat is lonely or is content? That's a good question. I would say that if your cat has lived with other cats before and it's lost a companion, like maybe it was bonded with another cat in the shelter, or maybe it's like you used to have a second cat that passed away kind of thing, then it's like not a guarantee, but it's a maybe that your cat might enjoy company. But if your cat seems happy, if your cat seems satisfied, you know, happy cat body language, doing happy cat things, socializing, interacting with you and other people and maybe other animals around. I'm not an animal expert, I just have a cat. I thought in the past about getting her a second cat, but she always seemed like quite content to be the only cat, and I figured she might have done well, but she might not have. It's kind of a gamble with cats. Picked up DK, yeah. Love the happy puppy print so much. Somebody once mentioned to us, we were just walking down the street, and somebody was like kind of pointing at Moose and talking about him to the person they were walking with from a distance. And when they passed us, they were like, oh man, I was just telling my, like, so-and-so that is a happy dog. And you can tell because he's picking his feet up all high, and he's cute. Bronze bug mount in Silithus. Perfection. Some of our best memories with our pup were of him exploring places. He took it very seriously. It's so funny when they catch a scent and then they're like, wait, hold on. I'm onto something. And they'll like double back or like stop, or like Moose will, if you don't let him meet a dog, right? Like you're passing another dog on the street, you don't let him meet it. It's not always appropriate for him to meet dogs. And then he's like, fine. But then he'll stop after they've gone by, and if possible in the same spot that they went by in, and he'll stand and he'll stick his nose up in the air and he'll try to smell like the trail that they left, basically, just to get as much information as he can, I think. He's just like, he really would have preferred sniffing the dog, but if he has to, he'll sniff their memory. Time is of the essence. Or he'll try to sniff a dog like from across the street by just sticking his nose up really high in the air and like, it's really funny. He's got a good sniffer. Down here. Oh, it looks like that did my my buff, so no need for the pet thing. And we're like 12 minutes away from Mount Top, so I'm not sure if we're gonna, because we have all 4 of our buffs now. I guess you know what? I think I could probably squeeze in Awakening the Machine before the theater troupe starts. So I think I'm gonna do that before I lose steam for it. It's okay if we don't do all the Mount Tops. It would be fun if we did, but it's okay if we don't. Would you say that you have Black Cat or Golden Retriever energy? This sounds like Golden Retriever. I am Black Cat, but I'm drawn to Golden Retrievers. What's Black Cat energy? I've only really known one Black Cat, and she's like a neighborhood cat with like a tipped ear, like a TNR cat, and she's real cute and sweet and friendly, and she'll like run across the street to see me. Not so much now that I have a dog, but before I got Moose. She was sassy and scrappy and real cuddly. She was very fun. Oh my gosh. I was looking at sometimes I look at listings for pets that I'm never gonna get because I'm not getting any pets right now. And there was this cat that had the funniest name. I forget what it was. It was like Nightfire. It was basically like a MySpace demon hunter name, and it was for like a middle-aged black cat. It was really funny. We're going down to Dornigal. Sounds like a boss in WoW. Yeah. Yes. Wow. Nope, wrong building. Looking for... Oh, that's right. I just want to pick up my profession weeklies. I don't need to do them. I just want to have them. Actually, I wonder if I can just get that refulgent crystal just by disenchanting these, Oh, those are warbound. Fine. I guess I could disenchant that stupid myth dagger that I'm not gonna use. I'm just not gonna use it. There we go.
Do you have a query?
There you go. Ah, MySpace. Simpler time. More solitary, slower to warm up to people. Oh. Okay, well, stereotyping of kitties aside, I take a long time to warm up around people that I don't know. Like a long time. But once I'm warmed up, I'm very chatty and like friendly. But I would say I'm more to the cat end of the spectrum personality-wise, I would say. Thanks for providing us with guides on reading. Really helpful and chill. Thanks for watching them. Dialogue UI is the add-on that you're looking for that changes the quest window. Dialogue UI. Should be a link to it in that Google Doc somewhere, maybe near the bottom. Yeah, Moose has golden retriever energy for sure. Although it's really funny because he like really wants to meet people and they assume that he's going to be like a dog that will immediately like want pets and like contact and stuff. And he's like, no. You misunderstood me. I sniff you. You don't touch me. I just want to sniff you and then jump around a lot like we're going to wrestle. He only lets me and my partner, and then like my mom and sister, like close family, pet him. For the most part, he's a champion pet dodger. Oh, hi, sweetie. Welcome back. You want to lay down over there? That would be cute. I could probably stand to get rid of this gathering add-on just for, or not to get rid of it, but like turn it off. Hi, sweetie. For this character, because she's not gathering. Oh, 8 tokens. So I know you get tokens for weeklies, and I did a thing that says I get them from repeatable fair activities, but I'm not real clear on what that means. Where else am I getting tokens? People are talking about like being done with the event, and I know I'm like slow, but what is is there a token source I'm missing? I could look this up.
That works.
Let me pull up a guide. Anniversary token sources. Wow. Bronze token sources 7 days ago. Has there been anything else since the last 7 days?
Measure twice.
Did have a cat with him? But just me and him for a while. Sometimes I feel like he needs company. The LFR BRD raid and all alts. The raid drops the most tokens.
Watch my back while I commune with the machine.
Gotcha. Okay. Are the tokens transferable? They are transferable. That is nice. That's handy. I am in the wrong spec for this. I need to fix my spec. Can I get away with it? I think I can. No, I can't. Okay, we're just gonna have to muscle this until wave 5. I'll get a chance to change my spec at wave 5. They let you do it in here. I just need to stay at a compound long enough. That's funny. Oopsies. Never be a healer for Awakening the Machine. Doesn't do you any good. At least I'm in my dungeon spec that has Chastise. My raid healing spec has basically just Smite and Shadow of Pain and good luck to you. Time walking dungeons in the Chromie scenario are repeatable. I haven't done much of the BRD raid.
Hope you brought tools.
Last 3 cats have all been tuxedos, and they have all been as affectionate as dogs. I wanted to read the profiles of a lot of different cats to read about how, like, what other cats are described as and what other cats are like, because this is my only experience with cats. I just have this one, and she's perfect. And no other cat is ever going to measure up in my entire life.
Let's get this done.
But they're gonna have to be a different kind of perfect. So I'm just curious. I'm gonna go fear this one and then fight this one. Orange cats collectively share one brain cell. I think the orange cat dumb thing is funny because they generally don't speak English, so I don't think they are really upset by any of the bullying, but I think it's just a stereotype. All cats have their smart moments and their dumb moments. The orange cats I've known have been very bright. I think it's just like a funny meme. I don't know. I think a lot of animals are a lot smarter than me. It feels mean to just call them dumb. But I know it's just a joke, but it just feels mean. You know? Let's get into Shadow. Bright orange. Does the brightness of the orange correlate with intelligence or lack thereof? Is there like a certain number of, like, I don't know, lumens? That's not right. But, you know, like, you get a certain level of desaturated and you're like, oh, nope, there goes the brain cell. That one's an idiot. It's just silly. It's just goofy.
Measure twice.
I am finally in Shadow Spec, ready to continue.
Commune with the machine.
My cat isn't orange, and I feel like she can be very dumb. There's a lot of, and maybe it would be different. Maybe if I like volunteered with a shelter and I met like hundreds of cats, I would find some of these things to be true. Because like I said, I've met like quite a few cats around like my neighborhood. And I've, you know, cats at friends' houses, but I've only really owned the one cat. So maybe it's all true. People will often say things like male cats are the friendliest. That's another stereotype I've heard, is that the boy cats are friendly and then the girl cats are more standoffish. And, I don't know, I think it's just all stereotypes. Oh, yeah, no, I didn't get it at all. That one went right over my dome. Mom's orange cat is a dummy, but sweet with the toddlers, has his wins. 3 cats, all black, and they're the sweetest. Nice sweetheart. Female cat, and she is the sweetest and cuddliest. Right over your orange head. Yeah, they all seem very individual. I feel like all cats have, like, funky things that are, like, specific to that cat. I wonder if it would be hard for me to bond with a cat that wasn't cuddly. That was more of, like, one of those cats that just kind of wants their own space and they just want to, like, keep an eye on you from a distance. Kind of like a leave me my food and be gone sort of animal. Just because I'm so used to her and how snuggly we are. But I know people love cats like that too, and there's lots of them.
Let's get this done. Watch my back while I commune with the machine.
Ooh. Ultra sharp claws. Friend's cat Benny, who figured out how to open the refrigerator door. That's scary. I would be scared of my cat like shutting themselves into the fridge. There's lots of horrible stories of cats climbing into dryers that were left open. Or like dishwashers because they're warm. I guess the fridge isn't warm, so maybe the cat doesn't want to stay. Ironically, one of the dumbest cats, unless he's hungry. You just got to be properly motivated. That's funny. Ragdoll Kitty, my lord, is she needy? Watching me game right now. Some people are like really, some people, I guess, you know what? Some people would suit a standoffish cat if they like cats and they enjoy sharing space with one, but if they don't want, some people don't want a cat up in their business all the time. Some people don't want the cat that's on your laptop and on your keyboard and on your lap and by your feet and everything. You know, the Velcro cats really annoy some people. And I love it. Like, I'm just like, oh wow, I've been chosen. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. I like to thank my mom. I have both kinds. Wants to pull out the steak dinners, go to town. Other cat jumped on the freezer to get on top of the cupboards, and I came home to an open freezer after 12 hours of work. No! Love Relay and you get cuddles. Also enjoy being by himself. I love him, but my cat won't sleep in my lap. Instead, sips in my keeper. I only dislike when my cat is being Velcro and she's also in a bitey mood. Kitty has bitey moods like once every 3rd year. It's almost never, but it does happen to her when she gets like really worked up about the smell of bleach. If I've cleaned like towels with bleach and then washed them and I'm like folding them, that smell makes her nuts. And she'll get like, she'll start rolling over and doing bunny kicks and biting my feet. Especially if like my socks smell like it too, then the feet aren't safe. But she never bites. She's never bitten me hard. She's never broken the skin. I never really minded. I always kind of thought it was cute. I like the cats that stare you down when you're doing anything. It's cuddling up there.
Measure twice. Watch my back while I commune with the machine.
Yeah, one day. Time is it? 9:46. Mount off has begun, but we're not gonna make it anyway. We just want to do this in time to get to the whatchamacallem, theater troupe. We've got lots of time for that. I wonder if other people's cats tolerate closed doors. I just like stopped closing doors 99% of the time. The only door that I'll ever close aside from like the front door is the bathroom door. But like bedroom, office doors, perma open. Even if there's nothing she could possibly need and nobody in the room that's closed, doesn't matter. She's not having it. I haven't even tried in years because I learned that lesson like 7 years ago. She just wants the option to be able to go anywhere. Wood River, honestly, it probably felt fine before. I just didn't try it because it wasn't recommended. And once people were like, yeah, it does about the same amount of damage, I was like, all right, I guess I'll give it a go. It feels good. It's more mobile and it has more frequent burst windows than Archon, which I like about it, especially for dungeons. I like it for dungeons a lot. I still play Archon for raid. Are you playing Destruction Warlock? Nah, this is a Shadow Priest. She needs options. Exactly. Little goblin required special care, and I love her so much, but she does not want people touching her. Damage in Archon, mediocre sometimes. It's really, in order to really shine, you need to have those windows where you've got like the big stacks of your Halo buff, and you've got like all of your cooldowns. You've got your potion, you've got your void form, you've got your power infusion, you've got like a couple of nice targets to sink into. That's when you really go ham. Outside of that, you do fine, but you're not going to feel like you're changing the world or anything. And in Void Weaver, it happens so much more often than that because you've got these shorter cooldowns that fit more nicely together. They don't get desynced as much because you've got two rifts a minute with Void Torrent. You get Dark Ascension every minute, so every other Void Torrent should have a Dark Ascension. You get PI every 2 minutes, so you know, like it all fits nicely into these little 30-second blocks.
Let's get this done right.
Reputation. 350. 490, 210, and 490. We like it. Plus, you know, resonance crystals, always good. So the thingy starts in another 11 minutes, the theater troupe. I want to go do that. In the meantime, if I can find any wax globs, that would be great too. That's also going to give me celebration tokens. I'm not going to go out of my way to go look for them. But if I see any... Ringing Deeps has them sometimes. Yeah, I don't know if it's... I don't know how it all maths out, but the build that I took for Void Weaver happens to use Dark Ascension instead of Void Form, and I do like it. Because of how nicely all the cooldowns fit together. But as always, this stream's never going to be our source of cutting-edge Shadow Priest information. You can get middle-of-the-road Shadow Priest information. You can get, like, you know, that guy at the bus stop that knew something. That's the level of expertise we're talking here. John Hayton, thank you for the 56-month resub. Never bothered much with the second floor.
The region. Appreciation expressed. The clouds
I'm
above
flying
the
too
living
fast. I
grotto are
can't
full of
see
rich,
any dirt. I'm
peaceful
also not looking because I'm
minerals.
looking at chat.
Get up there and gather some.
I have a big day today. I was up early, which was good. Managed to get to yoga. And then I am going to go... I'm going to walk there, actually. It's a pretty big walk, but it'll be nice. I'm getting the double whammy. I'm getting the whammo jammo. COVID vaccine and flu vaccine at the same time. Which, last time I did that, it was very difficult for me to recover from for at least like a day or two. I had like a very down day afterwards. But I'm doing it again because I'd rather have one down day than two half-down days. You know, this way at least it's faster to get out of the way. So my plan is to not stream tomorrow. I'm just planning right now to take tomorrow off. Because if history is anything to speak from, and you know, it's a little different every time. Some people say that sometimes the vaccines like take them down and sometimes they don't. I'm just going to take tomorrow off. Because historically, especially with the flu shot, I am gone.
On the battlefield.
Aggregation of
Some
horrors.
intruders need to see another demonstration of your skills.
What is it, buddy? I can hear Mussy grumbling. He might be asleep. Did the same thing last year and it was bad. Or this year. Have some tea, warm food. I stocked up on some soups. I've got... Maybe we'll pick up some Gatorades or something. I don't know. I've got tons of water. I've got tea. We'll be good. My partner's getting the same thing as I am, so we're basically just going to go get juiced up and then feel sorry for ourselves for about 40 hours. But I'm not going to go to yoga tomorrow. I might not even go Friday. I'll feel that one out. We'll just take it easy. Lots of rest. Play some Hearthstone BGs. It'll be fine. Feeling the soup too, despite the unusual heat. How warm is it there? Oh. Back. Hi. It's 20 Celsius there? What? Wild. It was like a little warmer this morning. It was 8 when I went out this morning, but like 20? It's no. Have you told the sky that it's November and that you're in Canada? Have you informed the local authorities? Shattered all records. That's crazy. Let's see. Put these away where I can stick them in a bank somewhere one day. If I disenchant this Time Warp Staff, is it going to give me old stuff? Probably. No, I got a Refulgent Crystal. That's actually kind of nice. Sometimes I have no faith. Still 70s and 80s. It was 7 this weekend, which is more normal. Eastern Canada decided it has other ideas. Crazy.
Shockwave.
Quite a blizzard happening in Colorado. Maybe a foot already. That is cozy staying in weather. For me, anyway. Some people are really cool and they could just live their lives and just keep going about all their normal activities, but I see the weather getting bad and I'm like, well, I have food in my pantry. I will be staying inside. Fire up the tea kettle. 21 in Quebec. So surprised since it's November. Don't miss those early winters, having lived in Alberta. Moved to Michigan from Atlanta. Brought the warmth with me. There we go. Mystery solved.
Recognition for your
cool.
swift resolution. Those poor Earthers
So
didn't
5
deserve
minutes
to become
on
whatever
theater
that
troop.
was.
I'll just hearth myself back up top. And you know what? I'm picking out a different Hearthstone. I've been using this Notorious Threads Hearthstone because it's my newest one. And I don't like it. It's only okay. It's not really suiting me. Horseman's seasonal. I don't know. I don't know what I want. Wind Sage, maybe. I don't like it either. And I bought one of the things to like modify it, and I can't even tell what the difference is. I'm very disappointed with the whole business. Packed up the AC a month ago and have regretted it a few times now. I would be packing it up in November too. October, November. Oh, I don't know if I actually picked up these
What is
weeklies.
your query?
Alright, so Titan
I will
Disc
see you
Fragments.
in the
Don't mind
archive.
me. Time walking.
to
Fine,
work.
fine, fine. I should probably do a time walking raid so I don't have to do a bunch of time walking dungeons. And then that's the Dawnbreaker. I'm gonna pick General and Vizier with these guys so that I can ally with the Weaver. I'm very excited to ally with the Weaver this month or this week and use that gathering speed for my gold making grind. I'm not gonna do all my gold making by gathering, but I'm gonna do as much of it as I can get away with. I've got a couple minutes to kill here, not too many, maybe 2. Just want to check on crafting orders. 12 Mica Bloom and a Viridescent Spores.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
Bought my Boruto with gold, down to 188k.
If you
I'm
find
back up only 400k in 2 days. What was your favorite gold making method in doing that? I'm doing gathering, alchemy, and enchanting. There you go. Enchants and flasks. Nice. Alright, and I still have all of my buffs. Only 18 minutes left of the Darkmoon Fair, but that'll be enough. We didn't die in the world boss or anything, so that was good. And another nice thing is that doing all of this has actually gotten me 1990 of 2k. Enough credit for trading posts to be basically done here. We'll get that sorted. There was some benefit or some bonus that I've unlocked here that I don't really know.
Conversation initiated.
Participate in the event. The show must go on. Speak to Burke Halt at the Proscenium to have him assist you, giving you bonus resonant crystals. Show starts in 3 minutes. Burkhart. No results. Speak to... How do you spell it? Burke Halt. So he should be around. Literally... that guy. There we go. I'm glad he's not back in the city. And I'm glad I came and checked it out. Hello.
Would you like an inscription in my name?
Conversation terminated.
Okay, well I talked to him. I haven't done these. I don't
Have this wait.
Maybe these are literally just
Do come back.
bonuses for extra. Like I've probably been unlocking these the entire time. And I haven't done any of them. There we go. I got an achievement. Unlock all the actor perks. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I did not do any of those when I first unlocked them. I had no idea. I just saw those quests over there and I'm like, yeah, I did all the quests in this zone. I don't need those. I'm done my achievements. Watch your YouTube. Checked if you were live. Good to see you again. Welcome back, Icy Lemons. I hope you're doing well. Explored to the Transmog Yak and the 3rd Warbank slot. Means I have to scrounge up 220k. Yeah, we usually do this slot Wednesdays through Sundays. I am gone tomorrow. You know, what are rules if not meant to be broken kind of thing. Man, this morning, my partner went out fishing today to get a fishing trip in before we get decked by vaccines, and he's at the water right now. And when I was having my breakfast, I looked at my phone and I realized I had 3 missed calls from him. And I'm like, oh my god, he's in danger. And I like call him back, and the phone's ringing and it's ringing and it's ringing, and I'm like, so he's dead, right? Like, so I'm like trying to remember where he went and figuring out how I'm gonna get there. And then like looking at the video he sent from when he first showed up there to try to figure out like where I'm hiking to like go rescue him. I don't know why I wasn't gonna call for help. I was just gonna go do it myself. Anyways, and then he finally answers the phone. He's like, oh yeah, I wanted to talk to you. I almost caught a huge salmon, and it's a really cool story. I'm so excited that he had such a big bite. He seems pretty heartbroken to have lost it. It got off right at the shore. Apparently it was like a huge salmon. He's been like, it's the first one either of us have ever caught. Or almost caught. But the whole time I'm listening, I'm like, okay. Deep breaths. Everybody calm down. Mostly me. No, 911 is also the Canadian emergency number. Other countries have a different number. I think Britain does something, the UK does something different, but for North America it's 911. Or at least Canada and US. Oh, I need to speak with her. 112 in Belgium. Hello, hello. Hello, honey bun. How are you doing?
Would you like
999.
a program? Give our actors a hand. They need all the support we can
We're
give.
feeding birdies. I also don't know why I didn't hear my phone ring. I must have been having a really good shower. Just drinking my shower coconut water, absolutely vibing. You can use any country's emergency number, and it'll get you help. I didn't know that. That does make sense, though. Like, you wouldn't want to be like, you know, an American in the UK witnessing like a fire or something, and then being like, wait, what is it again? You're like Googling the number. Hello and good morning. Good morning. Could do without the migraine. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it's over soon.
A set is hard work. You build it, fix it, fix it again. It's never
Japan, they have
finished.
119 for fire ambulance, 1110 for police. I hate migraines. I only get them when I'm really stressed, which is not a helpful fact for me to know, because you're having a migraine. You're probably having a really bad week, and then you're like, oh, hey, if you could just chill out, maybe it'll stop. And you're like, thanks. To just yourself. You know, nobody told me that. But I know all different bodies are different. My mom used to get really chronic migraines where she had to, like, lay down, dark room, cold compress for, like, days, basically. It was always kind of scary. Grateful to not be subject to them. Only very, very rare. How did we get on taking edibles before you sleep? I've never done that, but for once, there's a very short period where I got myself melatonin gummies. And I found that I had wild dreams on those, and also that they, like, threw all of my rhythms, like, completely off. I stopped taking them. I'm a little surprised they just sell them over the counter with no supervision or limited amounts of quality control. But yeah, I used to have, like, crazy dreams on those. Former roommate had them. Spent many times keeping her comfy. Magic journey came a bad trip. I just wanted to get some sleep. I didn't know the cheat code back then. Nowadays, if I want to guarantee a good night of sleep, I just do my full 90 minutes of yoga. And then it's like a game of, like, will I make it until bedtime before I become unconscious? Maybe. Sometimes we have to nap. It's so good, though. It was pretty good this morning. I had a really good class on Monday night, actually. That was really cool. It was a smaller class size, so we got more time with the instructor, basically. And it was a different instructor that I'd never learned from before, but I'd seen him like practicing and around. And it was just really, really cool. I like learning from different teachers. I only get ocular migraines. Rarely gives a bad headache, but focused vision glitches out completely. Get him at work from looking at screens all day. What am I doing?
Hey, help me practice my lines. Time for warm-ups. So long.
So, we already have, like, the whole thing. They said they were going to help me get extra resonance crystals, but I don't know if they meant it. I don't really know how those buffs work. I only just got them. How do you feel about expiring passwords? I get it. Security thing, but on the other hand, it's annoying. Yeah. I think that for a password that is of utmost importance, that has, like, real security to it, like it would be very bad if it got out, then yes. It's something that, I guess I'm kind of glad it's not the default, but like the whole reason that they do things like that is because naturally people won't change them as often as you should. So that's, it's annoying, but it's a good idea. Now, if it's just like to your Club Penguin account or whatever, then I feel like they should just kind of leave it as it is, but anything with sensitive information on it. Although people will always find ways to have bad data security. We used to have expiring passwords where we had to have a new password every month to log into systems at the store that I worked at. And what everybody did was every month when you had to make a new password, you would make the same password as before, but you'd have a number in the end and you would just tick it up by 1. Everybody had a different system, but that was usually what you did is you had your password and then you had a number and then you just either like you match it to the date of the month or something, or like you numbered up by 1, but like you didn't want to memorize a completely new password every single month. Because you needed to log into them really quickly all the time. And there was no time to be like trying to remember it or like, you know, look on your, for your sticky note. What if I do all my banking through Club Penguin? I don't know. The thing that I try to do, or that I do with all of my passwords, is they're all different. That's my password security tip from renowned not a data security person, Hazelnut Games, is do not use the same password for everything, because if they get one, they'll have them all, and it is very easy for bad actors to figure out where else you've used the same email from, and then get into stuff that is maybe more sensitive than the thing that you thought. You know, you're only as strong as the weakest security thing that you use that password for. So different passwords, completely different passwords for every single thing. And then as far as remembering them goes, depending on how often I log into it, I might actually remember, or sometimes I'll have other, like a password manager. And I guess if that gets broken into, then we're in trouble. But I feel like it feels better anyway. Password managers are key. Before I used a digital password manager, I used to have a physical one. It would have made more sense if I kept it in like a safe or something like that, as opposed to just like my desk. But I figured like having it written down and in my own possession was safer than having it online where it could be hacked, basically. But yeah, there's password managers you can use. I don't need to do any of this. We've already maxed out the audience approval. Best password manager, still 1Password. Bonus points, Dev is Canadian. As a teenager and young adult, my password manager was to write them underneath my desk, on the underside of the surface. How did you like read them? You just like stick your head under your desk and try not to bonk? That's funny. Had to move my chair.
General Otomar, you are the last remaining general. You will
Alright.
lead the
That gave me
Earthen forces
1400
from
Dornagal rep, which got us to
now
renown 22. Which means that we are like a little over half renown away from the busy bee, which I'm very excited about. I am going to PhD my hard at work. I'm gonna take a short break. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. I logged out so I could preserve like 2 minutes of my rep buffs. It is 10:14 a.m. I've done the top 2 zones rep weeklies. Maybe I should start doing Hallowfall and I might be done by end of stream. I feel like it takes me 2 hours to do all the Keyflame stuff, but we're not that far away from being able to finish all of it. Oh, cold. I've been warming myself up on my puppy. He's really toasty when we cuddle him on the couch. I wonder if, let me take a look. Checking out a photo to see if it's a good idea to show on stream or not. What's a recent one? Oh, this is very cute. This isn't the thing I had in mind, but in Hazel's story time, look at the babies. They were sharing the bed. This is a couple of days ago. She was there first. I went to go see her and give her some pets, and then Moose was like, I can squeeze. And he like snugged himself like right into the corner, leaving room for cat Jesus. And she was like, well, I know you're there. And she was kind of annoyed about it, but like not annoyed enough to get up. Yeah, you can tell she's mad. But I thought it was so sweet. He's so gentle with her. He's always a little worried whenever he goes near the cat because he's like, are you gonna hit me? And she's like, maybe. Well, it depends on what you're gonna do. If she's sitting next to the water bowl, he will not drink from it. He will walk up to it and look at it and look at her and be like, please. And she'll be like, I'm sitting here. And he'll be like, maybe later. And he'll come back later. How's she doing? She's doing all right. She's doing good for now. We're keeping a real close eye on her. But... oh, this one's cute too. This is just a picture. I should just post stuff on Instagram instead of doing this to stream. But this is I was reading a catalog and Kitty was sleeping on my lap, and then Moose also wanted to be involved, and he settled for laying underneath the chair. Which was good. But the one I had in mind, let me see. I'm going pretty recently. Oh, I wonder if, no, we took them with my phone. Oh, yeah. So this is the peak of life. So this is the couch. There's the TV that I'm playing Hearthstone BGs on. I've just got like a little wireless mouse and the coffee table here. These are my extremely cool athletic socks. So it's like legs, and then Moose just likes to really snuggle in there and sleep. And it will make my legs fall asleep because he's fairly heavy. But like, this is my favorite thing in the whole world. I'm so lucky. His ears are so soft. They are so soft. They are exactly as soft as they look. I think I might have a wider angle of it. So there's there's Hearthstone. There's Snoozy Moosey. Me being the pinnacle of fashion, and then yeah, plain Goyo of the pink blanket. It's just to cover the pink chair basically. So because Moose likes to sleep on that chair, and sometimes he'll jump into it right from outside, and you know, he's dirty. Sometimes he comes in from outside, he's kind of dirty, so it's easier to keep the upholstery clean if I just have stuff over it that I can. The couch is slip covered too. Okie dokie. Darkmoon Fair buff is almost gone, so I'm gonna go get a refresh on that. I have another hour left of Wicker Man, so that should be fine. And then maybe we can do some Keyflame stuff, because we're not that far. We're 23.5 with Hallowfall, so we're really not that far from being able to basically just have this finished. Also, you know the other reason why I have to do Hallowfall is because I still need an Imperial Dauntless Lynx. There is a Kitty Cat mount, and I don't have it. Wah. Like your fashion looks comfy? Thank you. It is comfy. I love my clothes. They keep me so warm. I get happy every time I clean them because I'm like, oh yeah, this one's clean. Oh yeah. This is my going to yoga hoodie because it's long enough to like cover my butt and it has a big enough hood that I can like hide in it. And then when I zip it all the way up, this goes like covers the neck to keep me warm from the wind when I'm like walking into the studio and stuff. It's great. I layer another coat over top of it when it's like actually cold out. But life goals. I haven't looked at the news, and we're not gonna get into politics, but I don't love the direction the reactions are going. That's not good. Oh, I was kind of hoping for some good news from down south. Do Hallowfall dailies while I wait for raid tonight. 226 groups. Yeah, that makes sense. It's crazy how much of a difference raid size can make in how easy a fight is. Tess, thank you very much for the 41-month resub. Yeah, I've got an analog clock on the wall. It makes the tick 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 sound, which is good. And it makes sure that I still remember to read an analog clock, because if I don't have one around, I will forget over time, and then the next time I'm in a room where I have to read one, I'm like, so the little hand is over here. No happiness here. Oh dear. I feel like the scaling is balanced enough with raid sizes. I think there's a noticeable difference. But maybe they'll work it out. Good news is my passport's getting updated. My trip to Thailand is coming early. There you go. That's exciting. I hope you have a lovely time there. We're getting on the carousel. Gone too far. DPS check suffers terribly if you're 16 to 17 and just one of you dies. Alright. There's an hour. Let's go do some Keyflame dailies. Or weeklies. Maybe I'm getting faster at them. You never know. Let me see. I can Hearthback. That's good. This is the Windsage Hearthstone. It's only okay. Now that... I guess I do like the bird, actually. That's pretty cool. Now that Halloween's over, maybe I need to change my mog again. And then my new favorite way to get to Hallowfall is the old-fashioned way, where we just fly down, because at least we remember where we're going. I want the Lynx mount. I really hope I get it before I'm done with Hallowfall rep, which basically means I hope I get it this week, because I'm pretty sure I can, if we do all of these weeklies in Hallowfall, I think that's going to finish the rep up in short order. Man. Somebody else in my chat had that same problem where they were done with the rep, but they didn't have the Lynx mount yet, and they were like, I don't think I have it in me to keep going. And I kind of get it. You know, after you've done this much of it, you kind of want to not anymore. We'll see. That kitty took me 118 bags to get. I'm getting up to about that number. We're approaching it. In 38 minutes, we can try for Belladar. I actually have the thing that shows it on my map now, so that's nice. I suppose that would make it so I don't need to... If I'm in the zone anyway, I probably don't need to change groups or anything. I could just, like, go find it. Because I would see immediately, like, exactly where it is. Whoa. Ooh.
We must settle in lands shadowed
That was
from
weird.
Belladar.
I'm sitting down and I had a head rush.
The darkness
That's not
strikes
normal.
out with threats not even our key flames can dispel.
Stay hydrated.
Aid us, outsider. Be our beacon in the darkness.
Thought it was 100% drop rate. Nope. Not the Imperial Dauntless Lynx. But we'll get another, like, dozen chances today. That's always good.
We are the warriors of
Pick
the
up
Sacred
this.
Blade.
And I have lots of Radiant Remnants. You know, that's another silver lining. Jans, with a 14-month resub. Afternoon, Hazel. Hope your day is going well. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. I hope you're feeling better. It's been a little bit. Hopefully you're feeling better by now. Got Bellator the other day? Nice. 60 to 70 bags deep on the links. Yeah, I don't even know how many I'm on, because I haven't had rarity properly enabled the entire time. It's turned, yeah. It got turned off again. Like doing Hellfall stuff and leveling 70 to 80. This was the zone that I started skimping on. I did a lot of side quests in the first two zones and a lot of stuff in the first two zones when I was leveling the first time. And then by the time I got to Hellfall, I was like, oh geez, I need to just slam the campaign.
What was lost, I have found. Take a look.
What do you have for
when
sale?
can.
I have Darker Grippers already.
To maintain the key flame requires amassing a reserve of radiant remnants. Search the area.
The Weakor helps a lot. I like to just try to pick up every quest first. Just find and remember where all the key flames are. And then worry about doing quests. Is it over here? Over there? Over here? Over here. I think I got it somewhere in the 20 to 40 bag range. Did it on a bunch of ults. He didn't have rarity. Not sure. Yeah, I started out strong on Dornogal Rep because that was where I would do the most world quests, but after a while I kind of fell off on it because I found that the theater troupe is the easiest weekly to miss because you have to kind of be there at the right time. All of the other renowned weeklies you can go do at your leisure. And that one you really want to pick up at the right time. So I still need 4 more quests, but... I got 1400 warband rip with the Arathi just for doing the 4 light posts. Make sure I'm wearing all my gear. It's usually the first thing I do when I start dying. Wait, is this? Am I doing this right? 6333. That's a harvest bot.
Is at war with us on both
There is a
battlefield and farm. Their
light over here
tools
somewhere, though.
taint and corrupt our fields.
Maybe it's over here. This is not the PTR. No, this is live The War Within. I'm using 4 different rep buffs. Hallow's End, Darkmoon Fair, Anniversary, and then the limited time anniversary. And doing some weekly quests here for rep and for anniversary tokens. Okay, and then 6329 is going to be basically a little bit more this way and a little bit more north. Basically the bottom of the hill, isn't it? Maybe it's the top of the hill. Spoiders? Old spoiders? Oh, dirt. There it is. Spoiders. Hi, Hazel. Have an awesome day. Hello, Happy Sour. I hope you have a wonderful day, too. I guess I can turn my pet cam off for the moment. They're not here.
Feel the warmth of the sacred flame.
Oh, I've summoned her. I jinxed it. Best jinx ever. Just think of that. And the last two are like the north or two. Turn off fish tracking for just a second because there's going to be a lot of fish nodes in the area. How many Radiant Remnants? Oh yeah, I've got like 500. I was worried I was going to be running out, but we're not anywhere close to running out. All my reps at 25 besides Council Dornagal. So slow. That's my last one as well. Or it's gonna be my last one. I'm excited to try Beladar in half an hour. Maybe this will be the day. Did send the rep weekly to Dornagal a couple times. Easiest time to killing rare, so it evens out. Yeah. I don't know how I got the Vizier to level like 6 of 9 when I've never spec'd with the Vizier, but it encourages me that I will be able to finish it without ever choosing it. Would be nice. Because that way I can just be a Weaver main. I don't want to kill these crabs. I want to grab the crabs. Is Beladar affected by daylight savings? It is on a different point in my stream schedule than it used to be. It used to land right at the beginning and right at the end of my stream, and now it's in the middle, which is better for me because I never got it when I was at the beginning or the end. Yeah, I'll come back for the crabs. And then I think I need a key for that. Oh, no, I don't. I'm good. There's a toy or something that can drop from those crabber supplies, but I haven't got it yet. Okay, so we're officially on all of the quests, which is nice. Do them in pretty much any order. Weaver Maid is so nice. I do have the Tyvan mount. I like using it in dungeons, because that's the only place that I can really use ground mounts. Small amounts of rep for all three for anything. That must be it. That's good. I'm never leaving the Weaver again. Being in all the quests here kills my brain. I don't really look at my quest log when I'm doing this. I look at the week order to see that I've picked them all up. And then I just look around me for things that I either know to be or that look like their quest objectives. That's pretty much what I do. Is this guy always in this spot? I feel like he's always right here.
We are the seekers of light.
Beware the shadows.
But yeah, it's just tons of stuff. The one thing I don't know about is whether or not I'm ever, or whether or not I'm always really thorough about doing the bonus objectives. Because I know that some of these things have bonus objectives that kind of pop up in the same areas, and those also give you the bags. I don't know. I just do my best. Do everything that we can manage here. Oh, she's figuring out where her spot's gonna be. Mostly the same thing every time. Yeah, they don't seem to change a ton. Looking for the extra balls. I have seen him in other spots. Okay. I must have just been getting lucky. Here we go. I like the little sparkle that tells you you're on the right track. It's gonna be such a bummer to come back and do this if I'm finished with the rep. I guess there's still, you know what, there'll still be Paragon caches. They're not anything crazy, but it won't be like I'm not getting any rep for doing it again.
selection awaits
There we
your
go.
appraisal.
And then I like to save. I'm just gonna delete the toolbox. I like to save the lamplighter satchels for the very end. I like to get as many lamplighter satchels as I possibly can, and then do them all at the very end. Doesn't make any difference to your chances, but it'll make me feel better. I don't know if the Paragon chests have anything cool. I'm mainly just hoping for gold, you know, like the little chunk of gold they usually give us. I don't know if they put collectibles in them this time. Sometimes they do. Alright, who's got crabs to grab? This one's a bit tricky because often, there's just a bunch of elites around the things you want. 1.6k gold. Okay. I would rather them have nothing cool from Paragon caches than put mounts in them like they did in Legion. The Legion Paragon cache grind was, like, soul-shattering. It was very, very much. Pet charms again, which is nice. I like that. How do you feel about having fun bubble-related toys in them? Like a bowl of glowing pufferfish kind of thing? Just wait, my stream's gonna be all, a turtle made it to the water. I'll make a whole project out of it. Okay, I don't know why I was fighting all the elites for the crabs. You can just go into the sea and there's crabs in the ocean. I like turtles. Get a bunch of titles whenever you get on a mount. Maybe? Don't hurt my crab. I'm trying to grab it. There we go. Happens for me when I log in. Scroll of titles. Alright, so we need dusk stems. We can get those in lots of places, I think. There may be a best area for them, though. Got my Dark Moon dirigible. Wouldn't have made it with that warband transferring. Nice, congratulations. That one was a real pain. Supplies? Look at this. Look at this cute girl working on her tummy fur. Gotta keep everything in order. Morning, Hazel. Just got my insane title today. Congratulations. That's wonderful. Draw me like one of your French cats. Insane's such a good title to have because I feel like it will always be a flex. And, you know, looks good in lots of different characters. Especially fun in a Shadow Priest, but... Does Titanic hold up? I've been meaning to watch it again to find out. It used to make me cry, and I'm wondering if I will be less emotional about it because I might have less sympathy for, I don't know, human beings. I don't know where that comes from. It's cynical. Not literally the boat. No, it sank. It's horrible. Horrible. Ah, jeez. The film, yeah. It's a James Cameron flick. God, Gosh, the only thing that makes me think of now is the Bowen Yang SNL sketch as the iceberg that sank the Titanic. It's one of my favorites. It's so extra. Alright, we need some fish for this guy. What I usually do is I usually buy them because they're like a gold each. But I might actually fish them this time just because there's a mailbox in Dunel's kindness, actually. I was gonna say getting a mailbox. Because mine's on cooldown, and because I don't have the mail. Mine's on cooldown because I accidentally summoned it.
Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
What if I just carry around like 40 of them, you know? Like,
If you find anything exotic,
do this a bunch of times. It's only 132 Canadian dollars. Yeah. Gotta save some of my Canadian dollars. Alright, let's go get that frog. Because that's nice for the rare credit. I don't know if he counts as like threatening the Keyflame, because you have to go wake him up with food, but... yeah, there's another person around here too. Apparently he can give me a cavernous critter shooter, which is a toy I don't have, I guess. I'm assuming it's a toy. Bonfire night a thing? I don't think so. People have bonfires, but... is it like Guy Fawkes night? The height of the Leo craze back in the 90s, so there was that. Yeah, not a super big thing here. Found Leo to be overhyped for the movies people knew and not hyped enough for the movies he did where his acting was good. What's my favorite Leo movie? Let me look at the list. It's probably a big list, right? Like, he's been working a long time. Filmography. Yeah, it's a pretty good table here. What did I like him in? Wow, I actually haven't seen that many of these. You know what? It's Don't Look Up. I actually really like that movie. It's like a Netflix movie that came out in 2021. And I actually thought it was quite... It made me feel things and think for a while. Not that it's like a super deep or particularly subtle movie, but I liked it. It's been in a lot. Killed it in Gatsby.
The harvesters worked
Departed.
with the strength of 10 Arathi. Yet
I've
the
seen...
shadow
I thought I would have
of
seen more of them. I've seen maybe 3 other movies on that list.
Search the surrounding area
Like the
for
Titanic,
signs
of
a
course.
forest. With
I have
them,
seen
we will leave the
Gatsby,
garden
and then
deep
Wolf of Wall
under
Street.
the cloth.
And they were fine. I exist today. What? No, I haven't seen the Leo Romeo and Juliet. We watched a really old one that was different actors in school. Oh, we gotta get our teeters. Don't mind me just dragging the gear around. I don't remember who it was. I saw it in like a long time ago. I just remember it was old and kind of boring. I never loved the story that much though. I was not enthralled with Romeo and Juliet, and I was kind of annoyed that we had so many different units of English that were just about that one play. It's like there's gotta be something more interesting. Hazel was in fact the very first person to see a movie. what the first movie I ever saw in theaters was in my life. It might have been Spy Kids. I might have gone to see one of the Spy Kids movies. Or like Shark Boy, Lava Girl, something along those lines. No romance in my heart. Not that kind of romance. even when I was a teenager, I was like, listen, kids, you just met. Take a deep breath. Chew some gum, you know, like. Neltally, thank you for the 16-month resub. Here's to many more. Cheers. Think Leo's fine. Movie's mostly good. Gives a good performance. Don't feel strongly about most of his movies. He's a much better actor than me, so. It takes a real thunker of a performance for me to think that someone's acting is not very good. I am very forgiving when it comes to questionable acting because I just assume anything I don't like is a creative choice I don't understand. Someone has to be really bad for it to like take me out of the movie. Who is a worse actor than you? Nobody working. Pretty much nobody who has any roles in anything. I'm just proud of people for going out there and doing it, you know what I mean? Also, I'm an astonishingly bad actor. I can't act to save my life. Which is... I thought I was going to be an actor for like 10 minutes when I was 12 because I thought the only jobs that existed were ones that I could see, which meant being on TV or working at the grocery store. Those are the only people I saw. So those are the only jobs that I knew about. And I went to one acting, like drama class basically, at the community center. And I went to one class of it. And I was so shy that I realized pretty much instantly that this was not going to fly. This is not going to work. Crippling fear and also not particularly gifted means let's just leave that one alone and do something else. Go take some band, you know? Learn how to play the trumpet. Okay, there's another quest done. Want me to go in front on stage in front of people and talk and pretend? They want me to lie.
There's always hope if we choose to look for it.
Keanu, pretty cringe and Much Ado About Nothing. Love that guy, but that was pretty bad. Oh, you know what? Not that it wasn't a horrible performance or anything, but I remember watching Don't Worry, Darling, the Harry Styles and Florence Pugh movie, and it was kind of a cool movie. I took ages to watch it because I had read so much about the drama surrounding it, and it kind of put me off the whole thing, and then I finally just watched it because it was on some streaming service or another, and I actually kind of enjoyed it. But poor Harry, trying to act alongside Florence Pugh, was just hanging on for dear life. She was just acting circles around him, and it was just so hard to stay in because he's doing his best, but like it's not his first talent, I suppose. And she was so good, and that it was kind of distracting. That's the one I was thinking about. Favorite Shakespeare adaptation, though. High school had mandatory drama class. Part of the curriculum was to put on a play. Had to do everything. Those are always pretty fun. We had to do drama in school too, but doing the play was optional. But drama class in high school is really fun, or like even middle school, because you know, it's a class with not a lot of homework typically, or at least the way we did it had like not a lot of homework, and they would, you know, you would get to do fun things like pretend to die. That was the one exercise I remember the most, is like everybody would sit in a circle, and then the teacher would do like finger guns, and she would go around the line and like pretend to shoot everybody, and everybody would pretend to die. I don't think they would do this in school anymore. I hope not. Maybe a little different in tone now, but at the time you would pretend to like really dramatically perish, and it was very fun. Not the 90s. I remember the acting teacher wore these like stilettos. Yeah, it would have been the early 2000s. She had like the coolest high heels, and they were really high heels, and she was very like glamorous. And she was the only glamorous person I knew. I didn't know anybody else in my life who would even dream of wearing a high-heeled shoe. And I thought she was very beautiful and very cool and very fun. I'm pretty sure all the other teachers had a crush on her. Sell tickets and perform the thing? Where am I going? This way. Yeah, whenever we did school musicals, I did band for them a few times. Like, there would occasionally be like a little pit orchestra that you could participate in, and you would be part of the backing track. And I always loved doing shows like that. But I, you know, because you're you're in the band, you're like watching the whole show every night. And these people that I'd been going to school with and going to gym class and like, I don't know, social studies with for all these years, I was so upset when randomly all of them can just sing. You know, the show's like, here's your song, and they would just belt it out. And nobody was like a Christina Aguilera, but everybody sounded very nice. They could carry a tune, they could hit their notes. And I'm like, where did all of you learn how to do this? Because it doesn't feel like I missed the class where people just started singing nicely. Like, I was always very jealous that I couldn't do that because I cannot do that. I love to sing when people cannot hear me, and I don't hit any of the notes. Not even one. And I just like, I was like, wait. I thought that I couldn't sing because we're children or teenagers or whatever. When did you guys start? And maybe some of them did have classes, but like, it felt like everybody could kind of like keep up. And I'm like, all right, it's a good thing I'm in the band because I with an instrument that I can play. You hit him with a baseball bat. Yeah. Not a great ear. Not perfect pitch from me. 630 item level. I feel so big. Congratulations. Go prep for raid. Have a great raid night. Yeah, we would do choir. I can do choir. I can vaguely keep a note enough in a chorus of other notes to not be like squawking off key. But hitting them on my own in anything that's it's just not happening. The scariest exam I ever did in my life was I had to do a singing exam in university in the one semester that I went. I've told this story before, but like, it wasn't like a complicated thing. They didn't need you to go hit like Adele or anything. They just wanted you to be able to sing scales and intervals correctly because it was just a scale that you were going to need to have in music school. And it's just you and the examiner, and terrifying. Maybe the scariest thing I've ever done. Maybe. Lots of things are scary when you're me. But learning to drive so late, I missed out for a long time on the joy that is driving by yourself and singing alone in your car to yourself. With, you know, windows closed. But like, that's very fun. I never had a place like that where I could just be loud if I wanted to. Not that I'm like hollering while I'm going down the freeway. I'm still paying like a lot of attention. I'm very cautious of that at any moment I could die. But I like singing along with the radio. Lots of people do. And if you haven't tried it, you should, you know? No one's gonna hear you. Go for it. Sing your favorite songs. This can be your loud place. Yeah, anything I put here though is gonna be online forever. I need no one to remember. I like the satisfaction that comes from learning all the words to your favorite songs in your favorite album, so that you can just put it on and just like crank out all of it. Maybe not like in key or anything, but like knowing all the words to it. Yeah, no, we're not singing here. Nobody needs that. I have many things that are going for me, and pipe's not one of them. That's okay. I'm really glad that I never tried the content creator trend of just like putting out music. It felt like there was an era where doing like parody songs or just like songs in general was a thing that almost everybody that was a gaming creator would do at some point, even if they had no musical talent whatsoever. And I'm really glad that I never jumped on that trend because I would never be able to get away from it now. Sometimes better not to know the words. Like the songs were in for you once you know what the words actually are, or you just like making up words. Both valid options. Okay. One more of these guys.
With the lash rooms driven
That thing's
back,
not going down for 10
our
minutes. I
foes
need
will
another
flee
rare
from
still,
our
actually.
light. Your courage brings hope to these
More the first.
shadowed lands.
Hey, you gotcha. Yeah, we've got some things to squash. Also, let's put on our gloves. Because there is a pile of dirt. I might need to get out of here so that my gloves work properly. My grippy gloves. So what you're saying is you're not going to do a video like the Lucky Deer Wrap. No, the Lucky Deer Wrap's incredible. The WoW ones I feel like were very good on the whole. Life by Desiree. I don't think that I do, or at least not just by the name of it. Possibly if I heard it. We're getting through these. We only have like half of the quests left, and we're most of the way through quite a few of them. I need to summon that rare. I couldn't explain to you why it's important, but I need to summon that rare. There's something we need. Also, the usual potato. Like the song well enough back then, but now when I understand the lyrics, do not understand how it ever became a hit, let alone being written down and performed by somebody. I'll take your word for it.
I can hide in the dark. Why are monsters mean?
I've had that experience though, of listening to like an old song that's really catchy and then being like, wait, what are these lyrics about? How could it be?
To maintain the key flame requires amassing a reserve of radiant remnants. Search the area, gather the remnants from the land, or take them from monstrous clutches.
What's the best thing about November? And don't say Thanksgiving, because I'm selfishly looking for me, and my Thanksgiving's over already. Thanksgiving aside, what's the best thing about November specifically?
With them, we will make a garden deep under Azeroth. Your efforts are appreciated.
This list is a Weekora tracking which of the Keyflame daily quests I'm on, and which ones I've finished. Black Friday? Sing a song not realizing that the lyrics are extremely raunchy. Yeah. Pumpkin pie with whipped cream. The trees do have pretty colors. That's true. It is lovely out. I had to kind of jog with Moose on our way in because there was kind of a aggressive looking buck. A deer that was kind of like squaring up with us a bit, and so I like crossed the road and I like jogged for a bit to try to get past him and trying to like snake back around to get to the door of my building because there was a piece of news a week or so ago. It's rutting season right now for deer, so the males are getting kind of aggressive now, which is unfair because the females aren't even finished being aggressive from having their fawns, but whatever. And there was a dog that it went into its yard and there was like a deer back there, and the dog approached the deer, and it was like a stag with antlers, and it charged the dog and impaled it, and like it died. The dog died. They're dangerous. They're not to be messed around with, especially this time of year. And so Lucy didn't understand why we were running, but we were running. Oh, hey, I found a rope. Fall cozy vibes. Fewer bugs. No mowing. I'm spoiled. I live in an apartment. I don't have to mow anything. Maybe fewer bugs. Where can we get this big car? I can probably find a link for it. I must have it. I didn't make it or anything, but let me see. Hallowfall NPC list. Grab the Waggo link for you there. Flame burns from within. Hey, we're down 25. Nice. Well, we've officially finished one of the reputations. That was my first one that I ever get done. I hadn't, Hallowfall was the last one. I was behind on it for a while as well. Here, I'll be a lamplighter for a bit. It's a new title. We can wear it. Sad. I need 2 quests from these flames from the Beacon of Hope achievement. 3 games with the orphans. Nothing's up. Alright, how are we doing on quests? We're starting to get through them. Because some of these quests we're tracking are, like, not the relevant ones.
The shadows contain many terrors.
I still need the dusk stems. I'm not quite sure what's up with that. Tallest plants. Oh, that's right. Those are from up high. That's right. I remember now. That's not going to help me. You can turn in the pair of rares. I like to move all my lamplighter bags to one spot so I can see which ones or how many I have. I can usually get at least 12. So I've got some more coming here. Turn in the potato. For the War Within meta. From the flames for the Beacon of Hope achievement. I must have just gotten really lucky. I don't remember trying to do that one.
Holders of hope.
Belladar time! It's on my map! Belladar, let's go! Good call, good call. I didn't notice. I was gonna forget. Oh no, that's the Drake break. That's not the go fast button. There's the go fast button. We'll see if we can make it. Wonder if there's a weak ore for all the other zones. There's definitely like lots of to-do lists. I have this one's for profession knowledge.
Cobus infest the hungering pool and attack our people.
Okay, it's up.
Cleanse the pool of their filth.
There isn't even anybody here. Oh, there's 2 people here. But nobody's pulled it yet. Alright, they can't take this from me. I'll give it a minute for anybody else who's on their way. Not always the same spot, no. There's lots of different spawn points all around the zone. At Renown 20... What was it? 23, with Hallowfall, you can buy an item from the vendor that lets you see the location on your map for Belladar. Which is very much worth it. Super worthwhile. A few times I've been around, I've been missing it. I had a stretch of time where every time I would even try, I would always be too late.
Greetings, sir, and madam.
I don't want to be the first person to pull it. Cursed Haste or Armored Speed? Probably Cursed Haste. Alright, it's pulled. Wish me luck! Oh, we kind of match. Is this the day? Nope, sure isn't. Alright, well, at least we tried. Thanks for the nice wishes. Maybe next time. Well, maybe it'll be the day for the... Maybe we're saving our Bellatar luck because we're gonna get the cat instead. You know, we just gotta go finish these, quests. I don't think that man's gonna be too hard to get now that I'm back on kind of top of the schedule of when it spawns, and now that I have the item to help me find it, it should be a lot easier. I could try multiple times per day as well on different characters, but I don't know if I'll worry about it. People sell it for like 10k. Yeah, I would never buy it though. If it drops that easily. You know, I want to see it drop for me. I want that exciting moment. I don't want to feel like I bought it. I don't even know if it's worse to buy it cheap or expensive. Gotta stick with it. Just like the Rufus man. My bird tired. I did get Rufus. I absolutely did. It was pretty exciting. Oh, someone offered you 300k for it? Wild. Oh, there we go. Got mine for free from random DK. That's nice. I wonder if they're gonna come up with some, like, maybe let us ground mount in more places. Maybe in delves or something. Just a few more, you know, places in your day in the game where you're likely to use a ground mount, because it's just not very often anymore. Especially if you don't do battlegrounds.
Creatures in the dark use fear to hunt the
supposedly locked in Siren Isles for the first little bit. That's right, you can't fly on the Siren Isle. I forgot about that. That'll be something. Rufus time in a few weeks. I was more thinking like maybe let me mount in some more old raids. Maybe let me mount indoors. I thought the flare thing was a quest that wasn't up yet, but it's just, Oy. This one I feel like really took me a while. I'm just greedy because I've been running old dungeons and raids for Mog because it's so fun right now. Where are all the Shadowed Gloom renders? I'm not having any luck in finding them. There's one. Get jetpacks and gliders. Ring has a power to give you flight. Alright. I love using a complicated way to do something that we can normally do very easily. Found the item in my bags to a hotkey, then I spam the place with it. Yeah, I should do that. That's a good idea. Ten's kind of a lot for this one. just given that they're elites and stuff. But I don't want to start trying to min-max which of these quests are fastest to do. I'd rather just do all of them. Maximum chances until I get the kitty. Thanks for doing well, but I just have to do nothings in it. Well, good news is that you can't really get fired from WoW. No one's gonna write you up a poor performance report if you miss out on your to-do list. You can get fired from your raid team. That is something that can happen depending on what your situation is like there, but... You can if you're a developer. How many more? 4 more? Every time I've done this quest for a while, I'm like, yeah, alright, we must be almost finished. And I'll check the number and I'm like, oh, we're halfway there. Lucy's on his chair. Oh, that one's just on top of a spot that there was already a light. Have you seen? Insert current complaint about the game? You absolutely cannot get fired for developing WoW. You're right, keybinding this makes it much easier to carpet bomb. I could stand for this radius to be 4 times as big. 3 times as big. If we're being generous. Oh, there's one. We're almost done then. You can make a cursor macro. That would be fancy. Maybe if I don't get the cat today, we'll think about it. But we're hoping, we're crossing our fingers for the Lynx mount. You know, it's as good a day to get it as any. Why not me? Why not my turn? I'm gonna keep looking while I'm fighting this one. Yeah, you're right. This would have been much better earlier in the expansion when there's more people actively doing it, or even just on a weekend or something. Maybe on Tuesday. Hello? Is there anybody here? Oh man. This is for one lamplighter satchel. We don't even need the rep anymore. Oh, there's... Oh, he doesn't even count! Although he could drop me a Mog I need. Although he does have 65 million HP, so maybe we pull him second, because he might win. Every now and then you're fighting a mob and you're like, oh no, I don't got this. Alright. Well, there's people around at least. Let's give PI to this random mage. I faded! I faded! Oh, maybe it's on my Shadow Fiend. It's like, hey, I used my threat drop. We got some Shadow Bog trousers, which I apparently also needed, so that's something. Next time I get an alt leveled up, I'm gonna have all kinds of, like, you know, Bind on Warband equipped gear to use for them. I just haven't leveled any other characters lately. I was talking about, like, a DPS alt, like a Warlock or something, but my heart's not really in it. Alright, here's that one. This bonus objective is just Stillstone Threats. That should be reasonable. I don't know how we're at 0% though. Best way to level? Probably time walking with the anniversary event rep buffs. Right now there's a triple buff possible. I'm not going to worry about refreshing these because like I said, I'm done with this rep anyway. But you can do Darkmoon Fair buff and Hallow's End buff and anniversary buff. Both anniversary buffs, and you can... all those give experience. As well as reputation. So you can do those and then do... We're in time walking... Burning Crusade time walking currently. But that would get you going pretty fast. Yeah, if you've leveled other characters already, then you'll also have a buff from the War Within, but you might not have done that. Now, Priest, I want to get to 80 play disc, but disc is so hard. I wonder if the elite's worth it for just progress on this thing. Probably. This was weird because you don't heal people by healing them, but it is fun once you get used to it. Yeah, I know people like it a lot. When I was on this morning? Yeah, classic time walking's done with. We're doing TBC time walking now. They rotated it out, but it'll come back eventually. One day. Hopefully. They did confirm that, didn't they? Maybe we just all assumed. Seems like a pretty safe bet. Tried it at LFR during Dragonflight. It was super fun. Getting the shields up and keeping them up is what's hard for me. From what they said, the classic was going to be all anniversary. Yeah, a bit strange. I also had that impression. Never had to have two time walking things up at the same time. Thought it was also permanently up too. It would be funny if it just like rotates out. Okay, so we did that bonus objective. That's just a delve quest. We're getting there, satchel-wise.
Greetings, outsider.
Another one. Did I do them all? I turned them all in, that's for sure. Are there any bonus objective areas that I didn't finish? I know I didn't do the, we didn't pull the rare that's over here yet. Yeah, maybe on weeks with no other time walking when the anniversary's up. It would be a bit wonky, but it's possible. I only have 10 satchels this week. I wonder if I missed something. Yeah, no, definitely just those ones. I like that my thing is tracking that I'm making 200 gold an hour. Probably from treasures. It's probably from the herbs that I'm getting from looting the treasures and their stuff. I like having that weekcore set up. I'll do a gathering stream day this weekend sometime, either Friday or the weekend. Let's see how much gold we can crank out in a whole stream. Because normally I just gather for like 20 minutes, so we'll see if I have the stamina for it. Crafting gathering's going okay for me. I think my plan is summon this rare, and then open all my boxes and get the kitty cat, of course. And then I'm gonna re-up my buffs and then do the bottom zone, the Aj Kahet weekly bar. Because that should finish another rep for me. That should get me to 25 with Severed Threads. I only have half a rep level left with them anyway. Are we done? We get it? No? Almost? What are you farming for if all the quests are done? There's a rare here that I want to kill. It drops something or another that I need, like a transmog, I think. Use like the dark root gripper buff to pull vines in this particular area when this dirt pile is up, which it almost always is. And then we get yeah, rare up. Sometimes I miss the good old days of WoW where there wasn't 5 million different things to do. My solution has always been just to not do all of them. There's definitely stuff I'm behind on. I'm glad that my reps are getting to just about done, because at that point I can probably stop doing weeklies unless I really want the resonance crystals, which I might. Parasidius. I don't know what I'm missing from him, actually. I definitely have all the things on. Well, I don't know. Don't worry about it, I suppose. Alright. We have 10 bags to open. I suppose that's what we're gonna have. Let's see what we get. Here, I'll summon a lynx kitten for good luck. Let's get Tiberius out. Maybe that'll make the other cat want to drop. Don't believe the 66, 67 attempts thing. I don't think it's true. Well, today is not my day. That's not it. I did get a pattern. A leatherworking pattern. Oh, it's not worth that much gold.
Have anything ancient
That's
to trade?
alright.
Needs
Maybe
to be
next
at least
week.
2
It'll be
centuries
a little tough next week to want to do it for not needing the rep anymore, but that's alright.
Bring it to me.
Let's go get our Darkmoon Fair buff back up. At 187 attempts with no links. Oh my gosh. So you've like long since finished your rep, huh? You've like been done. Man. What else did I get? 25. Lamplighter title, and then you can purchase... Oh, you can purchase Radiant Remnants. I got excited for a second. I'm like, wait, they're going to let me buy Resonance Crystals? No. You can probably buy Radiant Remnants for Resonance Crystals, and nobody needs to buy Radiant Remnants. They're not hard to get. Pop by here while we're on the way. Get this buff back up. At least for... I don't know if Horde can do this, but for Alliance it's a pretty easy trip to just kind of Stormwind, grab your Waker buff, pop down to the fair, grab your fair buff. I haven't bought any hats. There's still collectibles I need with Darkmoon Fair tickets, and also I never grind Darkmoon Fair tickets, so I feel like I shouldn't spend the ones that I do have on consumables when I could just run back here if I really need the buff. Leather legs, huh? I think this is the most times I've ever gone back and gotten the Darkmoon Fair buff within like one fair, let alone a day. My mistake is getting a hat or two. Forget to use them later. They expire out of your bags. It's very mean that they make them expire out of your bags. I wonder if that's the only way they can let you not get the buff. They couldn't just make them not usable during that time period. Alright, let's go down, get our Weaver packed back, which will also be very nice for any crafting that we do. A little 30% crafting speed. And see what we can do for her. My Weaver rep is done, so the rep with her is not going to be that relevant, but Severed Threads in general I could finish for, I don't know, a title or something. What are we going to get at 25? Thread Spinner title. Good for a tailor, you know, something. Alrighty. The Weaver, please. Also, why is there more rep to get? I thought I was done. Maybe you can still cap the last one. I usually like to do this with just world quests. Sometimes I do it over a couple of days just so I can just do like pet battle and flight quests and not worry about rumors. Although they do give you like cash and experience and stuff. They also have Paragon caches. Hazel, is everything gonna be okay? Yes. Yes, it is. Sometimes we play fast and loose with our definitions of okay, but things have a way of making their way back to okay sometimes. Ooh, stretch, we're getting stiff again. What's the point of getting all limbered up just to congeal into the Seated desk position. If you're thinking of leveling Nalt, get the Wickerman buff before the end of tomorrow. I should do that on Bokoa. Get him his buff back. I really lost steam on the Prot Warrior thing. Just too many things happened with the anniversary event. I know it's good leveling for him, but there's too many other things that I also wanted to do. Okay, keeping an eye out for rares. We can go do this racing quest.
It is a bright day with exceptionally.
I have not been keeping up on the secret things. I haven't even started them. I heard you can get some tokens for it. How many tokens do I have right now? Guess I'll check after this race. I'll zoom out a little bit. Have the secrets been fun? And is it something that I can try to do without looking anything up on my own? Or am I really better off just looking up a guide? I heard of some people muscling it without guides. Not been— oh, I missed it. This is what I get for reading chat. One moment. You guys are just so fun, I can't keep my eyes to myself for 10 seconds. There we go.
Excellent work.
I've done the first thing, that was pretty fun, gives 2 toys. Hateforged Blaze Cycle, have not. What's involved? I don't even see it in my list. Ooh, I could get 800 gold for doing this one. Oh, the Mountain Dew promotion mount. Okay, no, absolutely not. I'm not even in the States. I'm in Canada. Even if I was in the States, I would be like debating whether or not to do it. Get it. Just because I don't drink Mountain Dew. And would feel bad pouring it out, and I don't know anybody else that would want to drink it either, and it's not like it would be useful for like my, I don't know, houseplants or anything. You can buy Doritos. Yeah. I did used to like Doritos. I don't know if I can do them anymore though. I want it so bad. I don't really, I'm kind of sour on buying stuff for WoW cosmetics right now. I'm trying to get the gold so I can do the Brutosaur with tokens, but yeah. Cool Ranch. Cool Ranch flavors, nice. I take a hit to my energy after I eat food like that. eBay. The hate cycle, because I hate that the promotion is US only. I did think it was very funny. Someone was telling me about a post that somebody had written up that was like really upset about this promotion. And after reading through it, we came to realize that they were not upset because Blizzard was like, you know, selling out or requiring you to give money to like unhealthy food companies in order to get WoW cosmetics. They were upset because they weren't able to buy it. They wanted to give the money. They just couldn't do it because they weren't in the right region. Like, that's the controversial thing about the promotion, and I think that's very funny. It's also, you know, like, it's also a thing. Don't get me wrong, I'm in Canada, I can't do it either, but, like, the fact that that's what we're mad about is notable to me. Shia-Lud. Did tokens for the burrito, but not buying IRL things I don't need. And that is a good and well-balanced take to have. Ain't paying 200 to 300 for a code. Is it that much? It's not just like buy a Mountain Dew and then get it? Or is it just that that's how much the codes would be going for? Oh, we got some rares here. This one dropped something called a Cultivator's Plant Puncher. Bet the TCG wasn't available worldwide back in the day, so whatever. Hey. You need 100 tokens in their promotion. You can always commit fraud and return them after. Oh, yeah. Or 1,000 tokens. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sit that whole thing out.
The state of the Hollow is unacceptable. If those Rakush idiots won't utilize their resources, then I will. Get in there and fix it.
One Mountain Dew is 100 points, the bike is 6, case or 2 of the Mountain Dew. Okay.
Rakush's plowworms make excellent attack beasts, but they require training. Take one with you. Show it the art of war.
Now what I need them to do is to do a global partnership with a coconut water brand. And then we're talking. What am I doing here? Beetle Quest. That's what I'm doing here. My 2 steaks. Oh my gosh, what if you could get spectral tigers from cat food? And people are like, wait, I don't have a cat. And I'm like, I see an easy solution to this. You're not gonna like my solution, but I do have one. Maybe they stop trying to further monetize the game with a monthly sub. LOL, who am I kidding? Yeah, right. Thanks for your guides. Hope people invite me to Heroics without AFTC. Adopt a cat for the spectral tiger. Yeah, it would be like such an ethical nightmare. You really don't want to pressure anybody who's not ready to adopt a pet. But yeah. Definitely something people should go into with their research done and their eyes open kind of thing, but give the kitties homes. Take home a nice kitty cat.
The swarm beasts are necessary tools of war.
Give away the cat food
yourself useful
and family
once
basket.
again.
Do you think Shia-Lud is shy? I had a group doing anniversary bosses last night where the group leader joked that AOTC was required. Nice. That's funny. I've seen those before.
Step closer and don't mumble.
They're almost always kidding, at least. At a certain point, I don't know how much of the blue BOA gear to keep because, like, you don't really need all of it. It's not like I'm leveling up buckets of alts or anything. Here's my wormy.
You may yet make warriors out of worms, Overcrawler. A surprise indeed.
Not yet, anyway. That might be the fastest I've ever gotten my Ashkahet weekly done. Rep gear for crystals in 6 slots. Yeah, but crystals, though. I am not swimming in them. And I'm about to be much poorer because there's the mounts that I want. Hey. I'm saving for the Cinder Bee first. I want the bee from Council of Dornogal rep. Did you get my enchanting knowledge a few weeks ago? Oh, like to disenchant it. I was really confused. I was like, wait, so you give it to an alt, and then the alt goes and... Hang on. I've lost the plot. Can you believe there are 3 bee mounts you can get? Better be leaving. It's all the buzz. I don't have any of the new ones. I haven't farmed out the one for the pollen yet. The longer I put it off, the more damage I'll do to all the mobs, and the easier I can just solo farm the thing. There we go. Nice little 8 celebration tokens. How am I doing on tokens? Also, mount off in 5 minutes if we wanted to enjoy. I have 68 tokens, which means we can probably buy ourselves something. Ah, we're notorious with the Weaver now, which gives us a chunk of Severed Threads rep, which gets us finished with the Severed Threads. I'm Thread Spinner Inksy if I want. Wow. Golly gee. Wouldn't there be like a thing I can do now or something? Maybe not. Nice. Excited to farm up the protoform mounts. Glad I can solo farm that now. I just got Severed Threads done. I really don't need to talk to anybody? No, it's just the title. I don't need to talk to anybody. Alright. Well, I suppose that's fine. Can I not buy like a mount from, have I unlocked any new cache mounts? Or anything? No, map bundles. That's the Vizier's one. This is the general one. I have not got the rep for this yet. I need to be a conspirator. Soon.
Farewell.
I can't believe that we're done 2 of 4 of them now. I just need a few more points with deeps. And then quite a few more points with Council of Dornogal. Maybe I should get back on my, well, honestly, the next rep is the most important one. I don't really care about 4 and 5. I'm not going to walk around being an honorary council member. Those will happen when they happen. I can't believe we didn't get the links. We're done with the Halifal rep and we did not get the links. Gosh darn it. But we can do some shopping. That's what I was going to do. I was going to poke around, aside from just the mount off, I was going to poke around the celebration area and do, see if I can buy any more sets. See, pick out like the next set that I want to buy. Because that's like a solid thing to do with your tokens, right? It's just fill up the tier 2 sets. Don't see why not. All the things must have a list of everything I can get for them. Must have. Oh yeah. 2, 4, 6 items that are not sets. But I kind of want to do the sets first, because it's just like there's so many items, you know, there's... Each one that you buy is like a big chunk of appearances. And we got 2 minutes until the mount off anyway.
Looking for something special?
So my second set will be 40. I already bought the priest set. Maybe warlock. Shaman's pretty cool. I'll do shaman next. I like the shaman set. There you go. Classy dresser. And then that means there are 20 left, so I can actually get another set as well. So I'll get the warlock set too. Eternal Nemesis. Nice. Yeah, planning on trying to get all 13 sets and the Corehound mount. Is it the same Corehound that we had last time? I'm wondering if I need to save. I have... Wow, oh, I was like, those two look exactly the same, but no, this one's a little more sickly colored. I have that one from the 2014 10th anniversary, I guess. That was 10 years ago? 10 years ago. Good grief. Alright, Mount Mania. It's me and 4 other Volpera. I'm actually not feeling that confident. Nobody mount collects like a Volpera vein. Scared of raiding back then. That's fair. After seeing the upgraded paladin set in a gnome, I'm truly convinced that gnomes should be paladins. Oh, there's somebody else.
Get ready for the next mount.
Lots of Emerald Dream mounts showing up.
Up next, we have...
I feel like I get this one a lot. The DK set is fantastic on a gnome. You're a mini Lich King. Have they done a character that has like mosquito bites or fleas or something and then called him the Itch King yet? I feel like that's some low-hanging fruit that they would be liable to pick. I know we have the Lick King. I don't think there's a 1,000 mount reward. Our last mount meta was a while ago. I don't remember how many it was for, but we're like well past it now, I think. Oh, Wandering Ancient time. Yeah, the Lichen King, that's right, they did the mushroom one. I wish I had a good amount of mounts. Well, you can always work on one more. It's the only way to mount collect is... I mean, I guess you could just like rapid fire try lots of different mount runs and see what you get, but I always like just picking one and then figuring out what I could earthly do to try to force it to drop for me. Which usually involves using a lot of alts.
Get ready for the next mount.
It was 500? Now I have 727, got the 500 in March. That is such a fast turnaround, holy smokes. The achievement is for mounts that are usable on the character that you're currently logged into. Usable versus total mounts is a pretty different number. According to this, I have 942 mounts in total, but I can only use 857 of them on this character, so that would be the number that would count for an achievement for me. So like faction locked mounts, profession locked mounts, that kind of thing. I don't think I have a favorite mount. I rotate them around based on the mood. I have a couple that are up there. I've been riding my Golden Regal Scarab a lot lately.
Get ready for the next mount.
Why are there no gnome paladins? Because they can't reach the light. Oh dear.
Up next, we have...
I have had a 15 of 15. I think it was the one that I did on the most recent stream. This one we're 9 for 9 so far, but...
Get ready for the next mount.
Trading Post boosted it, and then the mounts I've gotten as Shadowlands is helping. Sort of close to finishing Shadowlands. Nice. Missed it. I think it was the last one of the last stream that I did. So like the last one on Sunday. Not 100%. Were you pretty happy? To be honest, I'm not that invested. I just like seeing what's... I like the memory lane trip that's every mount she pulls out, and I go, oh yeah, I do have that one, or I don't. You know, I like that part. I don't really care if I get them all. It doesn't mean anything to me, personally. There's no feat of strength or anything. 14 to 15, the one that ruined it was the alpaca mount I never bothered getting from Oldham. That is not how I remember it. Was I happy? You'd remember better than me. I just turn up and turn the stream on. I'm not always very self-aware.
Get ready for the next mount.
Well, we're 14 for 14, so maybe this will be another one. Depending on what the last one is. The last ones can be bunkers. Yeah, this sync journal with target feature. You target her and then you press the button so that the eyeball is colored in, and then it'll keep your journal synced. Oh, for heaven's sake. That's the mount I spent an hour and a half trying for today that I did not get. That's the one. There it is. You mean lady. No 15 to 15 for me. That's funny. Slash cry. Oh, no, there's one more. There's Horseman's mount. But still, no 15 to 15 for me. Salt in the wound. She pulled that one on me too today. All my 15s have been ruined by the corrupted Dreadwing that I'm too lazy to farm Apexis shards for. Oh, I still gotta win. It's me!
Come back later for another round of Mount Mania.
Alright. Well, that was fun. I did my shopping. I did my rep weeklies. I got my buff. I'm not going to stay on for very long, but I do want to go try... I'm almost done for the day, but I want to try a little gathering. Just to see how fast it feels now that I got my Weaver buff back, especially with some Darkmoon Firewater. And True Sight File, of course. Some kind of store mount I haven't seen before, like a mecha thingy. Mecha thingy shop mount. I'm gonna make sure I have lots of Firewater while the Darkmoon Fair is up. Just stock up.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
No, I'm not actually, because I didn't keep the gold on me. I've got 6 minutes left of this one. Sure, we're tracking fish, herbs, and minerals. We can kind of make our way to Hallowfall, sort of. We could do a fishing stream for Firewater for gold making. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Although I don't know if I could approach the amount of gold that I can make doing this. Maybe. I need my knowledge for this as well for the week. I stopped doing treatises for gathering. I just don't know if the extra knowledge point's actually worth it. I've kind of got the knowledge points that I really wanted. So the other ones that I can get here, they're fine, but like, they're not life-changing. I do really like the tip of doing this in Hallowfall though, and keeping an eye on the fish nodes so that I can get the blood pools for sharks. That's been very good. That's worth it. Big smile, huge stretch, insufferable smugness, you know. I was so happy when she pulled the spectral tiger. I've been meaning to make a clip out of that. It's just such a weird stream for me to look back on because it was like, that was the same stream that I got the call from my vet, and just ugh. Farm HUD is this UI here. Farm HUD. Love when kitties sleep like yours. That's the cutest. Oh, yeah, this gathering speed is everything. That's pretty good. She's sleeping all cute. Let me see. Oh, sorry, turned the light off. I thought I saw her dreaming. I should be able to, with practice, get my speed up to about 30k an hour with these levels of everything. I haven't overloaded any nodes yet. We were pulling about 23. Firewater feels like similar gold if you sell it once the fair is over. That makes sense. There's going to be a big market for Firewater because of other people kind of doing what I'm doing, where they're just getting into gathering to try to grind out gold to get 6 tokens for the Brutosaur. That's the life. CAD token. Is it 22? I just heard it was 6 tokens. I don't know if people are converting it for Canadian. If I need 7 tokens, then I guess I'll grind 7 tokens. And also I'll complain. I'm reserving the right to complain if that's the case. Don't need that one. Keeping my own stock of Firewater. Don't want to sell what I fished up. Yeah, I mean the Firewater seems to pay for itself pretty quickly in terms of gathering speed, so even it's worth buying. Sure, it works out to 7. Yeah, that's right. There will be sales tax on it too. All right, 1.7 mil then. 6? Gross. We'll do it. Whatever the cost. I do like having a gold making goal, you know? I like those. I wish it didn't have such a deadline on it, but we've got some time. At least they made it until January and not until like, could have been like a week-long thing. That would have been kind of rough. Jacksamir, thank you very much for the 42-month resub. Morning, Hazel. Sending lots of love your way. Thank you. Yeah, the gold making is for the new Brutosaur, converted into tokens with Canadian exchange rates in mind. I haven't found anything to overload. Or if I have, I haven't been doing it. 26k per hour though. We're getting up there. I haven't seen any fish. I'm pretty sure that this thing is automatically turning off my fish tracking because it thinks that I don't want it. And I do want it. I could probably do a lot faster if I just skipped fish. Or not fish, herbs. Especially when they're just like a plain mica bloom. I can't even say I'm reducing my overload cooldown because I'm not even overloading anything. There's an irradiated node. Anything on the WoW shop you can get for tokens if you want, because you could redeem a token for Blizzard balance and then use that to buy whatever it is that you want on the shop. So any shop mounts, transmog, etc. I've got some shop transmog that way in the past. That used to be like my gold making thing, is I would just make gold, buy tokens whenever they were cheap, and then whenever Blizzard came out with like an outfit that I wanted or a mount or something, I would do it that way. Yeah, you can redeem them for BattleNet balance. It also works for other Blizzard titles, so something else I've done before is redeem them for BattleNet balance and then use that to buy things in Hearthstone, like a Battlegrounds pass. Done those before. But I need to be aware of the time and think about wrapping this show up for the day. We've got a bit of a wonky week this week because I will not be here tomorrow. But I will be back probably on Friday is the plan. So we'll find something fun to do then. In the meantime, I hope everything goes well for you. I hope you're having a lovely week. Did you buy the new Call of Duty with balance? I have sat, as difficult as it was for me, I did sit that one out. I want to thank you guys so much for watching today. Kitty's doing okay for today. She's doing all right. She's having a good day. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.
The Kogas dare
Don't worry about it.
Federation ground.